So this video is a review of the volume formula for a cylinder. So here's a little sketch of the cylinder. We measured from the base of the cylinder to the top base of the cylinder, and we measured 6.2 centimeters. Then we measured across the top of the cylinder through the center point from one edge of the top of the cylinder to the other edge of the top of the cylinder through the center point, and we measured 5.0 centimeters. So we've written those measures over to the side. The height equals 6.2 centimeters and the diameter equals 5.0 centimeters. Now we don't have the radius, and as we look at the volume formula for a cylinder, we have V equals pi r squared h, and the little c right here stands for the volume of a cylinder. So to begin with, the first thing we're going to do is to write the framework. And whenever you're working a formula problem, you always will write the formula first so that you have the variables right there that you can look at on your page, and then you write the framework, which will be made up of parentheses. So we're going to look at the formula and we're going to go, well, how many parentheses am I going to need? And we're going to need a parenthesis for pi. We're going to need two parentheses for r squared because we're going to have the radius two times in the calculation. And then we're going to need a parenthesis for height. So that would be 4 parentheses. Pause the video right now, and I want you to try to write the framework before you see me do it. And then turn the video back on and you'll be able to see the framework and compare what I have to what you have. So pause the video right now. Okay, so welcome back, and I have then 4 parentheses. This one's going to be for pi, this one's going to be for radius, this is going to be for the second radius, and this one's going to be for the height. And so now, since we have the framework, we'll put the values, the measurements that we took from the actual cylinder, we'll put those values into the framework. So we're going to have pi 3.14, and pi does not have a unit measure because pi is a constant value. Anytime that you are calculating a diameter, or you're calculating a circumference, or an area, or a volume of a circle or a cylinder, anything that has an arc in it, you're going to see this constant value 3.14. And this is a value that you must use in calculations involving circles. So we have 3.14. We don't actually have the radius, we have a diameter. Well, we know that one diameter is made up of 2 radius, or radii. So a radius plus a radius is going to give us a diameter. So how would I find the diameter, or how would I find the radius of this cylinder? Well, I would, since 2 radiuses make up a diameter, I would want to divide that diameter in half. So to divide that diameter in half, I'm going to get 2.5 centimeters. So I'm going to have my radius values in these 2 parentheses, and then my value for height. So what I want you to do right now, again, is to pause the video and get your calculator, do this calculation. And when you come back, I'll write up the value that I got when I calculated. Okay, so pause right now. And welcome back. And what I got when I did this calculation was 121.675, and the units will be centimeters cubed. And so where did I get those numbers? So the 121.675 came from multiplying 3.14 pi times the radius, 2.5, times the radius again, 2.5, times the height, 6.2. Calculate those, and you come up with 121.675. The centimeters, which I have not used yet up in my framework, are going to become centimeters times centimeters times centimeters is going to equal, and simplified or written in as an exponential with an exponent, would be centimeters cubed, and that's where the units come from for this problem. So if you need help working out any of the volume formula for cylinder problems, you can review this video anytime you want and use this framework. Anytime you use this framework, it makes working the problem a whole lot easier. You're expected to use the framework and show your work. If you don't use this framework, then you never did the problem. You have to show me evidence that you worked the problem, and the evidence is the framework and showing where you got the values in your answer. Okay, so I hope this helped you, and we'll see you next time.